Seems like every day something comes out on Ghost of Tsushima now. People are upset about it. I still think that the reason that there's a few media articles upset with this game and some people online, some of it I do believe is because of Last of Us 2. People upset about that game, wanting that game to be more loved than this. Why does everybody love this game and not Last of Us? I do think that that's some of the reason that you're seeing some attacks on this game. A few lower scores here and there, stuff like that. Then you also have the group of people that are saying that the game culturally appropriates Japanese culture because the game is made by Western developers, because that's an issue, even though everyone in Japan loves the game. But that doesn't mean anything. Who matters the most? The opinions that matter the most apparently are people that live in America. Asians that live in America, they're the ones that their opinions matter the most, I guess. Not people that live in Japan. I'm serious. I'm not even making that up. Like, there's literally people saying that. There's a tweet that went viral on it. You also have this one. I went over this review yesterday by Digitally Downloaded. That was such a ridiculous review. They said in that review stuff like this. Oh, this Japanese armor is a legacy armor, and it's got historical background. So if you update that armor and you upgrade it in the game, that's racist. You can't be doing stuff like that. All kinds of ridiculous stuff. Gave it a 3 out of 5 because of that, by the way. Because you can upgrade armor. Yeah. But they still said in the full review, the game is fundamentally enjoyable. Right. This is the kind of stuff that people are really sick of. So, what do we have now? Well, apparently this outlet called Paste says instead of playing Ghost of Tsushima, what you should do is bump these 3 Samurai game soundtracks instead. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to go over the reasoning because it's ridiculous. So instead of playing Ghost of Tsushima, you should listen to 7 Samurai 20XX, Shinobi 22, or 2002, sorry. What's funny about this is Shinobi is a ninja, not a samurai, and Bushido Blade soundtrack. So instead of playing the game, you should listen to these soundtracks because Sucker Punch is racist, apparently. They literally say that. Let me go over this first paragraph with you. Then I got a couple of things. Because there's reasons to not be so down, I got some really good news to go over. Sucker Punch's big samurai game of the year is finally out, and I couldn't care less about whether it's dope or not. A big open world with a hokey, arguably racist approach to samurai aesthetic. A game that sounds like it's all too willing to fall in with imperialist ideology. Yeah, well, I mean, it was Imperial Japan back then. I don't know. Should we change history? I mean, the game is based on historical fact, but this doesn't really matter. It's never really mattered when it comes to a lot of these people. We should change history, alter it in some cases. In purest of expensive AAA Orientalist spectacle? At best, Ghost of Tsushima sounds boring. This is to be expected, I guess. Sucker Punch is the studio that cast its 3 natives in Second Son with hot actors. So Second Son is the PlayStation 4, I think it was a launch game, or at least close to a launch game. I don't remember. Second Son was actually, I liked that game. I thought it was fun. But who voices a character matters. That's a big deal nowadays, I guess, because, the voice for a character matters. I would think more that the representation matters, but, whatever. It's always something new that's to be complaining about. We got to go after something every day. So they invented a fake native tribe while stealing directly from the Duwamish and decided that a rogue government agent was the real baddie, not the status quo settler colonialism infecting Seattle and the rest of America. Remember how the good ending achievement was actually called reconciliation? Yeah. How in the bad ending you go home and obliterate your tribe? The awarded rebellion. Remember how director of Second Son and Ghost of Tsushima, Nate Fox, straight up said he'd never visit the Duwamish cultural... Well, he never visited the Duwamish Cultural Center, which is just a 20-minute drive from his studio. But a 5,200-mile trip to Japan was doable? How the reason the protagonist was native is because Seattle has natives, none of whom apparently are actors? You probably don't remember any of that because certainly none of the reviewers and critics at the time commented on it. Probably because they were too busy having maybe some fun with the game. I don't know. They don't do genetic background testing for voice actors. I don't know. Really strange. And, I could see them getting in to the percentage of how much you have native DNA in you to voice a character. This is something I could see these kinds of people that write these articles advocating for. I really could. Well, you're not quite right. The quite amount of percentage of native blood we're looking for to voice this character, sir. I'm sorry, you're not quite pure enough. Do you see how this ideology sounds like pretty? Doesn't it sound kind of racist? Because it kind of comes off as that way. It's really strange. They want to bring all this segregation back. I don't get it. But apparently, these issues affect Ghost of Tsushima, which, admittedly, they could care less about whether it's dope or not. Doesn't matter if it's good or not. They don't care. Instead, you should listen to these. What a ridiculous reason to skip this game. That's the reason that you shouldn't play it right there. That's it. I just wrote you the entire argument. Yeah. Don't worry, though. I have some good news for all of you. There's a second wave of media layoffs coming. So people writing garbage like that, their time is kind of up. And I've talked about this before. These websites aren't doing very well. For years, that kind of trash has really been what they push. And unfortunately, for them anyway, outlets like Vice, Vox, all this trash that's really kind of ruined this country with this garbage that they're putting out, like that article I just read you. They're not lasting, and they're kind of falling off. And with the money running out and the advertisements running out, their time is kind of up. So I really wonder how much longer this can last. I feel like people are really looking for more moderate voices, as much as that might sound crazy because of the way that these outlets are still pushing. It's almost like they're dialing everything up to 11 right now, thinking that will work, and I don't think it's going to work. It's crazy to watch it. They're literally ripping everything apart with this stuff right now. But I saw this as good news. Maybe we can finally get some real news. I'm really sick of having to read like 30 articles on the same subject just so I can find some idea of truth somewhere. Because it's not just the left that does this. The right does it too. You almost have to search through both versions to maybe find the kernel of truth in everything. And it's really annoying. And I would imagine I'm not the only person that's kind of tired of it. I think most people are kind of sick of it. So, yeah, I'm hoping that maybe we see some change soon. I'm really sick of the way the media handles everything, and I think a lot of people are. But anyway, the butthurt involving Ghost of Tsushima continues. I wonder if this will die down after this week, and I almost wonder if this is a tactic to try to maybe derail the game a little bit, because like I said in yesterday's video, the sales for the game are quite good. It's on number 1 on all the charts right now. It's doing very well over in Japan, which I think is awesome. But of course, because the Japanese like it, of course they like it. They're racist, according to a lot of people out there. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I just want to play some games and read some good news. And hopefully you know, we can get 2 out of 2. We're 1 for 2 right now with Ghost of Tsushima. I'd like to get some good news in the future as well. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. Also, if you would, throw a like up, share the video, make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell as well. And I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.